Thank you. Hello, good evening, everybody. Um, Tonight we have the honor of having Neda with us, Neda Boin. Neda Boin is a singer-songwriter, and she lives in the Netherlands, and she's also a student of the Course in Miracles. She uses her music as a tool for healing, and the words of her songs are inspired by the lessons in the Course. Neda uses that gift that she has to take it out into the community, because she works with the juvenile prison, where she uses her singing to connect in a common ground with the youth, joining in the singing in compassion, love, and finding that oneness with the boys. She's also expanded her comfort zone, because she started singing in Spanish, which is a huge achievement for her. She's got an album which is out already called The Light Has Come, and her second album is coming out at the end of the year, and its lovely name is Remember You're Dreaming. On her website, nedaboin.com, she's got a couple of interviews. One is with Gary Renard and one is with David Hoffmeister. And she's also presented a couple of times with the Miracle Network. And tonight she's going to work with a voice liberation session, and what we're going to look at is going deeper within and breaking the blocks that we have in the unconscious that stop us from connecting to who we truly are and the love that we have within. So with that in mind, over to Neda to continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Can everybody hear me okay? Is this loud enough? Yeah? Louder? Let's see. How is this? Better? Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction, and I'm so happy to spend this evening with all of you. I always just start before sharing anything else. I love to start with a meditation, just to drop in and connect with spirits and connect with our purpose. So yeah, we'll start with that and we'll hand it over to the spirit, and it's always a new adventure for me as well. And we'll see what is in store for us tonight. So let's just start by letting out a big sigh. You can just inhale deeply. And let out a big sigh. If it feels okay for you, you can close your eyes. Let's let out another big sigh. And just notice how you're doing in this moment. What thoughts, what feelings did you bring into this session? Just observe without judgment, without going too deep into it. But just observe what is there. And see if you can welcome all of it, all of it. They're all guests of honor. They're all welcome to be here, knowing that they're all helpful for our time together. So whatever day you had, it was the perfect day for our time together. And whatever thoughts and feelings you got going on right now, treat them as guests of honor. Give them a chair. Let them join into this workshop, this session. And if you notice that there are some thoughts or feelings that feel a bit icky or a bit stuck, you can't fully relax yet, see if you can give one of those big, big sighs. Maybe even on a sound, or maybe you feel your body wants to move a bit, shake or stretch or yawn, or maybe shake it out a bit. Make some funny faces, some funny noises. And we give those big sighs not to make the feeling go away, but more to say like, hey, you are welcome as well. Let me make some space for you. You're allowed to be here. Drop in more deeply. Feel your feet. Make your eyes soft, your face soft. See if your jaws are relaxed. And then we invite the Spirit to join us in this session. We remember to step back and let Him lead the way. And then we remember that we really do not have to know anything to be here tonight. So let's undo ourselves of any expectations, any thought, or maybe worries of, did I have to prepare for this workshop, or did I have to know something? Did I have to have some experience? Let's all give a big sigh as we release all of those expectations. Okay. The only requirement is to want to have peace of mind. So see if you can feel that for yourself. Do you want to be at peace? Do you want to get back in touch with your inner freedom, your inner joy? If there's a yes, then that's all that is needed. So we hand over everything into the hands of the Spirit. Maybe you can even see yourself sink in your chair a bit more. Relax your shoulders. It's like walking into school the first day and already getting your diploma. Within yourself, look together with the Spirit. Is there an intention for you why you felt drawn to be here? Something you wanted to explore, something you wanted to look at? If there isn't anything particular that comes up, that's fine too. And if you do have a particular intention, see if you can also hand over that intention. And just come with empty hands, open to receive whatever the Spirit has in store for us tonight. Just keep inhaling, exhaling deeply. loving hands of the Spirit, inviting us to come in deeper. Welcoming us into this sacred space. Where we do not have to know anything, we do not have to do anything. All that is asked of us is just to be open, be willing to remember the love that we truly are. Have the courage to look within. Courage to let love enter. So I will just channel a few sounds, a few melodies, and just, you don't have to do anything, just feel what it does for you. And if you feel to sigh along or sing along, you're welcome, of course. But just use this time to sink in deeper. Maybe connect more deeply with your intention or the feelings that are coming up. And if you do find that there are emotions coming up, see if you can try to really give them space and not try to swallow your tears, but just keep your jaw relaxed, open your mouth, and just let everything that wants to come out, come out. Today I will judge nothing that occurs. I am open for your gifts. I am open for you, Father. I am open for your gifts. I am open to receive. Father, I am open for your love. Guide me, Father. I am open for your love. I will step back and let you lead the way, knowing that trust would settle every problem now, knowing that unhappy outcome to all things is sure. So I will step back and let you lead the way. I will step back and let you lead the way. A happy outcome to all things is sure. A happy outcome to all things is certain. I will step back and let you lead the way. For I would walk the road along to you. I take your hand. Guide me, Father. I want the peace of God. Show me who I truly am. I want to be free. Open my wings and fly. Fly into your loving arms. I've forgotten you, but now I remember. few more deep, big sighs. And see if you can make a sigh that has a sound as well. So not just a sigh with how we know it, with the clenched jaws, the frustrating sigh, I call them. Let's see if we can let out a liberating sigh. Open jaw, relaxed face. Maybe even, if you dare, with a little shake. See if your body wants to move a bit, maybe stretch. Yeah, and just keep feeling. Notice what's going on. And if you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. So I want to open the floor for just a few minutes if you feel to share your intention. Or why you felt to be here with us tonight, to share what's on your heart. And after that, we'll go into a voice liberation exercise, and it's always different. I always let Spirit lead the way and see what is most helpful for us in this moment. And just to really know that with voice liberation, what I found is that the voice is such an amazing tool to get into the unconscious mind. And a lot of people always think like, oh, I can't sing, or I have to be able to sing to do that. And the thing is with voice liberation that it's absolutely not about singing at all. It's merely using the voice as like a vehicle to get into the unconscious mind. There's something about using the voice in this particular way that gets us so quickly into the unconscious mind, that gets us so quickly to the blocks that block us of the awareness of love, of who we truly are. And even more so, I've been doing this now for a few years, and I started doing online voice liberation gatherings with the Course in Miracles, of course, at its foundation. As it says, we're not here to seek for love. That is who we are, but we are here to seek and find the barriers that we have built against the love that we are, this love that we lost touch with. And it's like, okay, how do we do that? And I found, there's many roads, of course, into doing that, but I found that music, and especially our own voice, can be very profoundly useful and helpful aid, a helpful tool to get us to those unconscious blocks and to actually liberate them through our voice. I actually just finished creating an online program for this as well. I'll share a link a little bit later. But something that I find in these online sessions is that it's not even necessary for you to join me in singing or in expressing the voice. So even if you're in a situation right now where you feel like, oh, I actually can't express so loudly right now, or maybe not at all, or you don't even feel it, know that that's absolutely fine. It really proves what the Course says, that all minds are joined, and that, we all heal together, we're all walking home together. My voice truly is your voice, and your voice truly is my voice. So whatever I'm doing that for you as well. So it's like a little, the perk of like seemingly being in this dream together. So really the invitation is just for you to really find what feels good. If you feel like you just can fully let yourself go, perfect. If you feel to join in a silent meditation, just connect with my voice. Know that my voice is your voice, and that whatever I'm singing, that is for you. And whatever I'm expressing, whatever I'm going through and opening up, that is for you. So it's perfectly fine. And I don't think, has anyone here actually ever been to one of my voice liberation sessions, or is this all new for everyone? I think for everyone it's new. Yeah, so I'll break it down a little bit more when we go into it and take it step by step. And as I said, of course, if you do want to know more, you can check out my voice liberation program. But for now, I think that's it. I would just love to open it up and see if there's anybody that feels to share their intention, or maybe something that happened for you during the meditation, or yeah, anything else that is on your heart. You're welcome to just raise your hand, and you can unmute yourself. And I think, yeah, we're all on one screen, so you can either do the virtual hand under the reaction, but you can also just literally raise your hand. Might be even easier. I can see you. So whomever feels to share.
Hi, it's Kirsty here.
Hi, Kirsty.
Hi, put the camera on again. I was just this morning on a Zoom call. I was setting an intention. So I'll just say it here as well. It's we were just talking about how love is all that's left when fear goes. When there's no fear, then all that's left is love. You don't have to kind of go out looking for love. It's just there when fear goes. And so my intention that I set this morning, and I will just reaffirm it here, is to let go of fear. So all that's left is love.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Kirsty. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful intention. I'm joining you in that one. Beautiful. Anyone else feels to share? Yeah. Dana, it was, right?
Yeah, it's Dana.
Dana.
Yeah. Just wanted to share that during the meditation, I found it extremely emotional. And I really felt, the opening up, spreading of the wings and flying off to that very beautiful space. And I found it quite emotional because when you mentioned the word father, obviously I know who you're referring to, but I did also connect with my own father who's in spirit. And I felt that very powerfully. And I think that's quite emotional for me. But it was overall really emotional and really touched the right place. So thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, and it's something else I also just want to stress even more, that I said it in the beginning of the meditation also, that there tends to have come a lot of emotions tend to come up during the voice liberation work. And yeah, just notice how we're so used to try to wipe away our tears or swallow them, or so it's really the invitation with the voice liberation, every thought that comes up, every emotion that comes up, see if you can really invite them all in. Like I said in the beginning, treat them as guests of honor, knowing that all of them are helpful in what we're doing here, in getting back through those blocks of fear, getting back to the love. So even if you're crying, I always say, when we're singing, sing the tears, and often they'll turn into laughter because it becomes so funny in a sense also. But I'm really whoa, just sing them instead of trying to swallow them. It's okay, how do the tears sound, whoa, and then maybe they'll turn into laughter from there, and that's perfectly fine as well. But that's something I really want to give, whatever comes up, even when we're busy and you're thinking oh, I'm doing this wrong, or oh, I sound so weird, or what are the neighbors thinking, okay, use it, how does that sound, what does that bring up inside of me, this fear of being judged, or this fear of I'm so weird, or so yeah, just a big use everything. Let's use it all. Jesus in the course, he, especially in the first lessons, he's constantly stressing that, to not make any exceptions with, he says it also somewhere, like, just use it all. Like, you don't have to believe the course, you don't have to believe the lessons. It might stir up anger, it might stir up some emotions, and he says, like, just use it, use whatever comes up for you during those lessons. And that's also yeah, really what I want to say for our time here together. Use whatever comes up. So yes. Thank you. Anyone else that feels to share? Yes, Linda.
Right. Thank you for that. Thank you. You have been so gifted with your voice. I was completely lifted vertically up. It just lifted me, and I can still hear it, and I can still feel my spirit lifted. And one of what my intention, you know, is, as you've been gifted, and to let your voice and spirit speak through you, I feel that I'm going to go on some journeys, on some traveling before I'm pop my clogs, and to say whatever comes up, just like your voice. Whatever comes up, I want to connect. I feel as though I connect with people now anyway. I just talk to people. But what I want to start opening up is what people's purpose is for this life. What do they think this purpose is? What do they want out of it? And especially, you know, as I'm now, 75 in a couple of weeks, I've always known there's something else, and now I want to share it. And I can, your voice, I'm lifted in this shaft of there's no words for it. There's no words. It was so beautiful. And that is what I'm going to take with me when I go traveling. So thank you so much for that. It's beautiful. So I will be getting your CD when it comes out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyone else feels to share before we go on? Are we good? Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Okay, so let's remember that we do not have to know anything. We can just have our intention in mind. Yeah, and let's see what Spirit has in store for us tonight. So if you like, you can just close your eyes again for a moment and get still again. Let's turn inside. Remember that the Spirit is here with us, guiding us every step on the way. And to start with the voice liberation, the way of using our voice to express and release these blocks. As a little intermediate step, I like to use those big sighs that we already did. And we'll just make them, slowly we'll make them longer and bigger. And again, like I said, just find what feels good for you. If you feel to stay silent, just join in meditation, connect with my voice, which is your voice. But if you do feel to join me physically, you can let out a big sigh and see if you can end in a very relaxing sound, like no effort at all. Something like this. Like you're just letting it all relax. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. As if everything is just like heavy. Letting it all drop. And notice if your body wants to move along at any point, just allow it to move along or shake along. And together with the spirit, let's travel down into the mind. And I want you to find a moment and just allow the spirit to bring up a moment in time. Maybe when you were very small, maybe not so long ago, where you felt as though that free-spirited boy or girl got kind of like confined or learned the rules and started playing small or started to please, started to get inside the box, forgot about his or her wings, started to crawl instead of fly. See if you can just allow the spirit to present you with a moment in time where this started to happen, and just look at it without judgment. Notice what happens for you, what happens in your body, what happens in your thoughts. Feeling of wanting to break free, but feeling like you had to be a certain way, act a certain way. To be accepted, to be loved. Notice, where do you feel that in your body? Is there a tension maybe in your throat, in your chest? And what we can do then is give our voice over to that feeling. And we'll start by those sighs, as if you're asking that memory, that wound, that pain, what do you sound like? And from those sighs, we'll just let out whatever sound wants to come out. And you're just curious, you're open, like a really good listener. As if as if this sound is like your dear mighty companion, asking to express her deepest private thoughts, and you're just holding space for her with loving, gentle eyes. You're just like, okay, I'm here for you. Let me listen. Tell me, what have you been hiding? What have you been, sitting on for so long, afraid that if it would come out, you would have been judged? Or so just listen with those gentle, loving, helpful ears as you hand over your voice to this moment in time where you lost your wings, or maybe not lost them, but where you forgot about them and you tucked them away. So you can just join me and join in your own tempo. So again, I'll start with those big sighs, and I'll just slowly expand those sighs into a sound that feels comfortable, that feels like it's singing that pain or that frustration or that moment in time that is coming up for me right now. So start with those sighs. Relax your jaw. And slowly see how those sighs can expand into a sound as you ask the feelings that are coming up, what do you sound like? See if you can express them through your voice. Maybe it's very soft, maybe it's very loud, maybe it's in silence, and you'll connect with my voice. Everything is perfect. Any sound that wants to come up, let it come up. Beautiful. Relax your jaw. out a few big sighs again. Now I want you to look together with the Spirit at this little girl or boy, this moment in time that came up for you. And look at what he or she was believing in this time. Things like, I'm not good enough, or I don't belong, or I have to do this or that to fit in, to be loved, to be welcome, to be accepted. And let's join our mind to fully hand over those false beliefs. Just see yourself handing it all over into the hands of the Spirit. And just see yourself surrounded by a big, beautiful circle of light beings, of angels. And the little, beautiful you is standing in the middle. And just go to him or her and just see, what is it that she actually needed in this moment? What did she long for? Maybe to know that she's perfect the way that she is. Maybe to know that she's fully supported, that she's unconditionally loved. Maybe to know that there is nothing that she could do to ever not be accepted or not be loved, and that God never left her, that God never will leave her. Just see, what is it for you? What did you need? And then see yourself and see all of these angels, all of these light beings. Give that to yourself right here, right now. And receive it. Tell yourself what you wanted to hear in that moment. Receive it. Receive all of the love that was waiting for you, just for you to be open to receive it. Allow it back into your heart, letting all the false beliefs melt away. Allowing all of the grievances to be replaced by miracles. All of our errors to be replaced by the truth. All of our darkness to be replaced by the light. receive it with open arms. See all of those beings right there for you, just cheering you on. And if you're ready, see how they're guiding you so gently to the wings that were always still on your back, folded within, hidden. And see how you bit by bit just let those wings come out again. So big, so beautiful. Look at them. Maybe you can touch them, see how soft they are, how beautiful they are, how lit up they are. Like they were just waiting to get back out again. Get used to them again. And let's go into a few rounds of expressing, using our voice to just release all the old baggage, anything that still comes up from releasing those wings, any old beliefs that come up, or any of the release. If there maybe is any regrets of having them tucked away for so long, don't let any of that get in the way of this beautiful moment where we let out our wings again. So let's just do a few rounds to just sing whatever wants to come up, or just listen to my voice. And you can see yourself just handing over whatever else comes up for you, any other belief or feeling. You can see yourself handing it over into the hands of the Spirit. Moves along as well, allow it. If you feel to stand, that's also perfectly fine. Do whatever feels good for you. Beautiful. the moments in our lives where we've, you know, forgot our wings, all of our relationships in which we forgot our wings, all of the moments we've people pleased, all of the relationships where we think we need to people please. Hand over all of our relationships, all of our projects. You like to shake it out with that one. And see those beautiful angels, those beautiful light beings, all of those spirits still right there with you, supporting you, cheering you on, applauding those beautiful big wings that are back. And maybe if you'd like to join me, if you're ready, we can take them for a spin, see how it feels to fly. Just let go of all of the confinements, all of our boxes, the rules, the masks, the false beliefs, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the guilt, the blame that we're weighing as heavy blocks, keeping us on the ground. Just see all of them being cut loose, and we just float through the air, so light, so bright, with ease. Remembering that peace is our inheritance, that God created us sinless, that God created us joyful. That is God's will that we are happy. That we realize now that our will and God's will are one. That God doesn't want some punishment for us or something fearful, but that God only wants our happiness. That God only wants our joy. God only wants us to be at peace, to accept His love, to accept the love that we are. So let's join our minds into saying fully yes to God's will, knowing that that's exactly what we want as well. That we do not have to fear God's will. That we do not have to fear God. God is only love, and therefore so are we. Just see yourself soaring through the air, fully supported, fully loved. We let all grievances be replaced by miracles. ourselves go. We let go of all guilt, the belief in sin. Let's drop all of it and just see it disappear in the nothingness from which it came, disappearing in the light, making us able to soar higher and with more ease. We allow the love of God to enter into our hearts. To remember that we are still as God created us, whole, innocent, complete, in need of nothing, lacking nothing, knowing that we have everything when we have God. We accept the atonement, meaning we accept God's will. We accept that God is only love, and that therefore so are we. That it was impossible for us to separate ourselves from our source, separate ourselves from love, from God. And that it was impossible for God to ever leave us. That we are still safe in heaven. That we are still free. That nothing bad has happened. That we are still innocent. That all of our seeming sins have been forgiven. And that the light has come. That we are healed. That we are saved. And that we are at peace. And that we remember that the light, the atonement, salvation is the only thing that we can choose, that there is nothing to choose between. And that salvation is a decision made already. And that attack and grievances are not even there to choose, and that is why we always choose between truth and illusion. Between what is there and what is not. We can only Choose the light, for it has no alternative. The light has no alternative. It has replaced the darkness, and the darkness is gone. Let's allow this in our hearts, that the seeming mistakes we thought we made have long been corrected, instantly been corrected. And that is all that is asked of us, is for us to accept that correction, for us to stop pretending like there's still a mistake that needs to be corrected, that there's still something wrong, that there's still a big mistake we need to run away from before its consequences are going to catch up on us. All that is asked of us is accept that the solution is already there, that it's already solved. You can stop running. You can stop blaming yourself. You can stop hurting yourself. And you can start accepting that all is well, that the light has come. And so together, if you're ready, let's come back down again from our beautiful flight, land softly. See all of these beautiful angels just cheering you on. So happy that you remember to use your wings again and soar like this mighty eagle. Let's promise ourselves to not forget that we have these beautiful wings, to not forget that we are free. Free to fly, free of all sin, free of the past, free of the future. And you can imagine the spirit standing in front of you, or maybe it's a loved one, a dear one. And just as a reminder of your innocence, of the love that you are, this being or this person hands over a gift to you. And just receive it. And you can open it and see what it is. And if there's nothing in particular, that's fine too. Maybe you'll receive it later. Maybe in your dreams. Maybe when you wake up in the morning. And we'll end this beautiful journey with a beautiful mantra that I would love to sing together. And the words that are coming up for me have a song with this lesson as well. It's from workbook lesson 75. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. And you can join me in singing this. You can sing it in your own way, or just listen to it in silence. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. Let's let out a few big sighs. Feel if your body wants to move along, maybe stretch or yawn. Let's let out one more big sigh. Beautiful. If you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for this. Beautiful. Yeah, take a sip of water, sip of tea. So yeah, I would love to open up the floor again. Just give you all some time to express, share what came up for you. Yeah, whatever you feel to share, feel welcome. The floor is yours.
Hi, Ned. I just wanted to say that I thought that was so beautiful. It's just such a beautiful way to take in the course and course ideas, and it was like poetry. And so, thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Thank
Hi, Neda. I'd just like to say, I would just really what Dan said. It was a really, really beautiful way to take the course in, and it was just sometimes I find that my mind just wants to analyze and understand and get tripped up on certain words in the course, and oh well, what does this mean, and should this be a capital letter, and what about that comma, and what does it mean by this? And I notice my mind going into analysis of stuff. That's one of the things it does, analysis of the text. And then another thing that it does is go into things come up in my mind that's got nothing to do with what's going on in the present moment, other stuff to pull me away from the present moment. But I find that with doing the musical process, somehow or other my mind just doesn't get concerned about the text and the meaning, and it doesn't seem to go into all sorts of irrelevant stuff that's not to do with the now. So I really do understand why Holy Spirit has guided you to take this beautiful musical approach to to A Course in Miracles. It's wonderful. Just wondering if you could say a couple of things about your prison ministry, if you wouldn't mind, Neda. How that's experienced and received for your clients in prison.
Yeah, sure. I actually was busy for the prison work today and yesterday, so it's been a full day, but it's always very, yeah, I always call it like it's a boot camp from my mind as well, because of course I'm there for them, but I am very aware that they're there for me as well. And yeah, I always say like I come in there as a songwriter teacher, or sometimes even now we're busy with a mind training program, so that's really cool, and we're actually meditating with them, so then it's more directly of what I'm actually coming to do. But if I'm in there as a songwriter teacher and we're writing songs, it's always just like a tool, because I feel like I'm really there to teach them that they're innocent, and I don't do that so much like just to say that, but yeah, I think it's such a beautiful backdrop, you know, the prison where everybody is actually sentenced to be guilty. And here the Course's teaching is all about how we're truly innocent and that guilt is not real. So it's such an interesting backdrop to be in that sort of space, I feel, and to be with these boys who are so honest most of the times and just so direct. And I get to see my own mind also reflected back, and to be able to then see that and then look at it with love, like look at it with the eyes of this of the spirit of the guiltlessness, and to then see them as well melt, you know, and see them open up and share things that they never shared before, or be open for forgiveness. Or for instance, the other time there was a beautiful moment where there was a boy who I already know for years. He's been locked up for so long, and he was in my class, and they just kept going on the whole lesson about this guard that they hated, and he was just really ranting on how much he wanted to hurt him. And he was talking about, you know, if he gets out and he'll meet him, he'll, you know, he's gonna build a prison in his basement, and he's gonna lock him up there to do exactly what he did to him. You know, he was really thinking on like, how can I get back to him and back at him and make him suffer the way I suffered, you know. So really how the Course talks about, you know, that whole part of like wanting to hurt our brother, and putting the sword, like not seeing that when we put the sword above their heads, like it's dropping on our own. And so I was like gently trying, you know, keeping space for his story, but also not like joining in his dream of guilt and the projection of you know, that's his anger was justified. But I was like gently trying to, you know, put in a different perspective for maybe, you know, see like, yo, if you're coming outside and you're still busy trying to make someone else hurt, and is that truly freedom? You know, is that gonna make you feel free? But he just kept going on. He kept going on until like at the end of the lesson, he was like, so what do you do then? What is this meditation thing? What is this that you're doing? And I saw that he was open for it for a second. So I was like, okay, we can do it right now. If you feel, you know, we can do it. And he was open for it. He instantly closed his eyes. And I said, you know, like all of these thoughts that you're carrying in your mind, all of that heavy stuff, all of those, because he told me like his head is always full and just overflowing with thoughts, and he just want to watch television or smoke weed or just to try to distract himself. And I try to explain to him, you know, that we don't have to figure out those thoughts ourselves, that we can actually hand those thoughts over. And like the Course says, you know, have our grievances be replaced by miracles, that it's not something we actively need to do, but that we just need that willingness of, I want to see peace instead of this. So he closed his eyes, and, you know, I asked him like, okay, maybe you can see the image of Jesus or Mohammed. I didn't know if he was Muslim or Christian, or I said you could see like an altar. And he said, I only see light. That's what he said. I was like, okay, perfect. So I told him like, I want you now to just take all of those thoughts, all of those heavy thoughts, all of that anger towards that guard, and just place it in your hands and just hand it over and just put it into that light. And I really, his eyes were closed, and he was like going like this and just putting all of it, you know, in front of him. And then I told him like, okay, if you know, now if you surrendered everything, if you don't have anything else left, I want you to see that beautiful light just replacing all of those things you just shared. Like let all of that anger, all of that frustration be replaced by this light. And it was like really in an instant. And then he just jumped up and he looked at the clock. He was like, it's time to go, it's time to go. And he just grabbed his head and he was like, Neda, what did you do to me? What did you do to me? he said, it's gone. I can't even remember what we were talking about. He was like, oh my gosh, this is some creepy shit. He was like, what's happening? What's happening? And he was like just paving up and down. It's like, Neda, what is this? And I need to go. What is this some mind games? But I could see it, he had this mystical experience basically. And he left, and like 10 minutes later, he came back. He said, Neda, can we do some more meditating? And he came back in my class. It was not even his class to be in, but he just crashed the class, and he came in and sat down. And yeah, I often have these profound moments with them, where where they open for it, and I learned so much. I learned a lot also about true empathy, and really remembering to see them already as perfect, because it tends to be, especially the place where I was in today and yesterday, it's not a prison where was working, but we also work sometimes in, I don't know how you call it exactly in English. It's like the places where you put the children, when the parents can't take care of the children, like the youth facilities or something like that.
A children's home, a care home.
Like a care home, but then in Holland, maybe also in the UK, you also have closed facilities like that, like when they really misbehave or when they're in danger for themselves, maybe.
Secure unit, we call it in this country, secure unit.
Cure unit?
A secure
unit. Yeah. So it's not a prison, but it's still closed, and they do get locked up in the night. But it's super intense, because all of them, like some of them are there from when they're just little children, and lots of heavy stories. So also today, like the songs that we're writing are, about abuse and like lots of heavy stuff. And it has been a real big lesson for me to remember to not see them as victims, or see them as less than me, or feel sorry for them, but to actually remember that they're perfect and strong, and that they have everything they need, and to just really see the Christ in them. So that has been a beautiful lesson as well. To remind them as well of that light, and like we did, to remind them that those wings are there, that they're not cut off, that they just temporarily forgot that they're there. And I think, when we remember that, and we were examples of that, then they'll easily remember as well, So yeah, it's lots of learning, always lots of learning. But I've been doing it now for 8 years, and it's really been part of my own awakening journey as well, to work with these boys. Yeah. So thank you for that question.
Thank you.
Thank you. I see another hand, Jan.
Hi, Neda. Just want to really appreciate you for that wonderful work that you are doing. It's amazing. I think it's just so exciting to have A Course in Miracles in prisons, or in these whatever we call them, for young offenders, really. It's so great. I love it that there are all sorts of ministries, but the fact that it's the course is great, because we're all in our own little prisons, aren't we? Anyway, so but it's great. And just to say, it was so beautiful. It was lovely. I missed the very beginning part, but it was so beautiful, sort of singing along with you, because I've listened to quite a lot of your stuff, and to hear, when you're sort of going, you're not drifting, I don't know what the word, obviously being guided, and it was so lovely to do it. And the great thing is to be singing again. It's in lockdown, just hasn't been possible to go to the sort of chanting that I used to do, and various things where they're wonderful singing. My voice is all croaky and sounds dreadful, but it doesn't matter, because nobody heard except me. But it's so lovely to open the throat and make that sound. Yeah, so thank you for your beautiful, beautiful work.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. And yeah, 2 years ago, I was actually giving a concert in San Quentin State Prison in San Francisco, and everyone came with their Course in Miracles book. So I know, like in the States especially, a lot of prisoners are studying A Course in Miracles. I know with the Foundation for Inner Peace, you can just write them and they'll send you, when you're in prison, they'll send you a free copy. So a lot of prisoners there, they have the Course in Miracles and they're studying it, and you have little study groups. So it's really beautiful. Yeah, lots is happening there. Yeah, because they want to be free, right? So and when they really realize like that the physical freedom outside of prison is not going to happen, and it's I think it's such a easy inroad to get to the course, because it's teaching about this freedom from within. So yeah, there was a guy there as well that said like the only place left that I could look for my happiness and my freedom was inside. You know, he literally couldn't go anywhere else anymore. Yeah, so it's really beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else feels to share?
Maybe. Hello.
Yes. Hi, Johan.
Hi, Neda. And hello, everybody. This is maybe just my own personal experience the last 24 hours, I guess, because I'm new to the course. I'm also new to this forum, and I signed up about two hours ago. So thank you for calling out my spirit. So there are little miracles that are happening. So, and my brother, my mother, who both passed over, were students of the course. So they gave me probably this as a gift as well. So I want to thank you them, but thank you as well for reaching out to my spirit.
Wow. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Wow, that's amazing. So happy you're here.
Me too.
Thank you. Let out another sigh. We can always keep sighing. I hope you all keep doing this after this workshop. A lot of people that come to my workshops, and afterwards I'm hearing them always sighing. Oh, it's such a nice thing to do. And during the day you see that you get tense or things get build up, to just remember like, instead of like those frustrating sighs, like open your mouth and just let it all out. Children love it too. I do it a lot of times with children, and they love the big sighs. So anyone else feels to share? Yeah, Rachel.
Hi, Neda. Just to say thank you so much. It was just a really beautiful kind of like visualization and kind of like inner sensation for me. I did study this, of course, for about 10 years, and I've kept that whole, obviously it's ingrained after kind of practicing for that length of time, but ingrained that whole kind of, for me, it was very simple, the course. It was either at any point in time I'm coming from love or fear. And then also the aspect of forgiveness. But that kind of like the way you work kind of really tied in with the kind of the heart-centered focus that my spiritual path is now kind of like taken. So I think the work you're doing is really, really beautiful, because it's so kind of sensory. And I just felt, rather than being in my mind, you kind of embody it. So I was able to have a situation where I just needed kind of like unconditional love, but I was able to kind of like hug that child and then actually feel that physical sensation. And I just think that's also very important. So thank you very, very much. It was really beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, Sarah?
Um, yes, thank you so much for the wonderful session. I really enjoyed it. It was very liberating. I've I do quite a bit of sound healing, and I have quite a lot of instruments, and I don't do an awful lot with people. I'm not very good at running business, but recently there's been sort of sewage accidents in the sea, and I've been taking instruments and down to the beach and using my voice just to send love into the sea to try and counteract the damage that's being done. And as we were doing the practices with you, I thought, well, the garbage in the sea represents the garbage in my mind, and I'm sort of sending love to myself as well. So I wonder why I felt so good after these sea healing sessions, and that somehow in healing the sea, I'm healing myself, and I'm getting more confident with using my voice, because I was one of those kids that was told, you know, just to mouth the words because I was putting the others off. But it seems that that sort of voice can be quite an asset for the sort of healing experience. And when we were doing The Light Has Come, I've Forgiven the World, I thought, oh, I could just do that on the beach. And it was very, very liberating experience. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know about my city yet, so I have a new city coming up, but I have a city already that is out already called The Light Has Come. So if anybody doesn't know it yet, it's available everywhere. You can get it from my website if you want the physical version that has a beautiful lyrics with artwork. So you can just go to nedaboin.com, but you can also listen on Spotify. So it's called The Light Has Come, and it has all of the songs on there except for one have only lyrics coming from workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. So it's really a beautiful way of having the course just run through your mind and feel the lessons through music. So yeah, it's something really beautiful. So you can go, just nedaboin.com. I think it was on the website as well, on the Miracle Network website. I'm not sure, but I think so. And get more information there. Was there anyone else that felt to share? Janet?
Yeah, thank you very much. That was amazing. At the beginning, I had so much tension in my neck. It was like, I mean, I had it before, but I had it really at the beginning. And just letting that go was quite strong. You know how much I hold around the jaw. That's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Oh,
could you just say more about the online course that you have got?
Yeah, sure. I would love to share about it. Yeah, it really came because of the corona. lots of things online. Us, of course, here sharing together as well. Because I only used to do the voice liberation physically, and I thought it was very important to do it physically and be able to, just even touch people and be there, physically. And I was supposed to do a tour, like a almost 5 months tour. It was March 2020 when I was in New York. And I had all of these voice liberation retreats and healing Course in Miracles concerts planned. I ended up leaving after 10 days, only doing one voice liberation workshop and one healing concert. And it was, of course, perfect. But soon after, I had a dream that I was doing an online voice liberation session. And I woke up and it was so clear, like, you need to do an online voice liberation workshop. And I didn't know about Zoom. I had no idea how to connect my microphone, my piano. So really step by step, the Spirit just guided me, to the right tutorials and learning how to do all of that. And I was so surprised to see really that it actually works like this as well, that to really feel like, oh, minds are joined, bodies cannot join, minds are joined. It's all on the level of the mind. Like even now with all of you, I feel you so near. Of course it's lovely to be there physically as well, but it didn't feel like a compromise. It just felt like something different that on its own is also very beautiful. So I started to do more and more, and I really saw like, oh wow, this is amazing. And I was doing one-on-one sessions, and then in one-on-one sessions, so many people wanted them, and I really felt guided to make something that I could support more people, and that people can do on their own time as well. So I came up with, just really follow just the Spirit guidance in this, because it's, how sometimes it goes. I don't even want to take credit for it. But so step by step, this online program came through, where for a few months, it was like almost every morning, there would just come a particular emotion would come up, and I would watch and see like, okay, what is this about? Sometimes it would, for instance, be about grief. Sometimes there was anger coming up. Sometimes there was deep sadness coming up, or sometimes like a restlessness. And with all of these sort of like topics, I did a session basically with myself and the Spirit, and having all of my future participants there in mind. Like it was so strange of feeling this quantum healing of like past, present, and future, like that it's all right there. It was so crazy. It was like literally feeling as everybody was already there. So every day almost I recorded this session with all of these different topics. So now there's like a whole library of sessions on all of these topics: forgiveness, relationships, anger, sadness, money, trust, purpose, people pleasing, like all of these different sessions. And then later on, I created what I called the foundations. That is just a little bit shorter, and it's just walking you through the steps of how to use your voice for healing, how to connect your voice to your emotions. How it goes deeper into those sighs. It also has a beautiful chapter on breathing, on how to breathe from your lower belly, which really is such a beautiful thing on itself as well. Because when you learn that, if you don't know that yet, it for me, it really allows me to feel more deeply, rather than, for most of us, the breath is very shallow and very high. So there's a beautiful chapter on that as well. So that's the foundations. It first takes you through all of those steps, and then you're basically free to do whatever session you want. You can just search on the topic, whatever you feel. So it's like a library and index. So if you're dealing with grief, or if you're dealing with trust issues, or you're dealing, or there's also a session just on joy. If you just feel like, oh, I just really want to just sing. I just feel joyful and I want to sing together with Neda and have her piano support me, then there's a session on that as well. And next to that, we have an online community on an app. It's really cool with all these different rooms where we can join together. You can share your forgiveness work. You can even video call each other. So whenever there's like there's like a network of mighty companions, just like this. So whenever you feel stuck and you want to join with somebody, or do voice separation together, or just share your forgiveness, you can get on there. So I'll share the link in the chat, and if there is any more questions, it's something really beautiful. So I welcome you there, with all my heart. So check it out, and I'll also share. Let me share the link of my website of the music. Let's see. Yeah. nedaboin.com/music. There you can see and read more about it. So that's it. I don't know if there's any questions about that.
Is that ongoing or?
Yeah, it's ongoing. So it's just a one-time fee and you can have it for the rest of your life. And I do add some more sessions when, you know, a lot of people tell me I want this particular session, and I'll just add some more sessions. Yeah, so it's not like a membership. It's just a one-time thing, and there's a lot of sessions on there, so it will take you a while before you'll do every session. And of course, you can do more you can do one session more times, and you can even download all of them. So some people like to do it in the car or in nature. So that's a possibility too, to just download them and put it on your phone or something, and just go in nature, someplace where you're just totally free and alone, and just let it all out and sing with the trees, or go in by the sea and just do a beautiful voice vibration. There's a few sessions on feeling unfairly treated, or these type of things. They're great for those topics as well. So yeah, so check it out. Yeah, Teresa.
Thank you, Neda. I just wanted to share my experience. It took a while for me to come round from my completely relaxed state to actually get some words forming in my mind. But very similar to what Janet said, I started off and I was very tense around my neck and my shoulders, and the whole workshop I felt so relaxed, so very relaxed, as though every cell was calming down. And I was just saying to my partner before, you know, how everything I notice with the ego and with the world, there's always something going on, you know, Brexit, and then, oh, now, we'll have this, we'll have the COVID now, and then we'll have something else. There's always loads of fear around. And then I thought, it's not so dissimilar. The big picture is not so dissimilar from my own mind. You know, I do get moments of, lots of moments of peace, but this last week, I haven't. It's been sort of like one thing, and then there's been the next thing, and then there's been the next thing. And so, you know, there's been, there's ego has definitely had its, was rising up a lot this week, and there was fear, and you know, today I heard somebody screaming, and I just thought, oh, you know, my whole psyche was all shaking, and it's happened quite a few times, different incidences over this week, different things that have where I haven't slept so well because of all these different ego triggers. And I'm so grateful I have the course that can help me to settle back again. But I just wanted to say that during the workshop, not only did I go back and feel a lot of healing from early years, but I also got an image of this person that was screaming as who she was truthfully, not this mad person that was screaming. So it was really helpful. So thank you. And thank you everybody for listening.
Oh, beautiful, Teresa. Thank you for sharing. And let out another sigh. Get used to the sighing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyone else that feels to share?
Can I just ask you a question? It's not really share, Neda. It's just something curious about your own journey. Did you start off as a musician in a more worldly way, and then your spiritual journey took you towards spirit? Or has your music always been focused on the spirit?
Definitely the first. Definitely the first. Well, I definitely was always like a very sensitive girl and very concerned with worldly problems, and I did like to make music when I was younger, more like the we have to wake up music, and but I was definitely trying to become the next big pop star, and they would call me the Rotterdam Alicia Keys, and I was a huge fan of Alicia Keys. I still love Alicia Keys. But it was, I think I was, yeah, it's now like 6 or 7 years ago, and I just won this big prize here in Rotterdam that made me the music ambassador of Rotterdam, and I got a big sum of money to record my first EP, and I just finished my bachelor's of music in a conservatory, and it was really like, okay, we're, you know, going up and up and up, and then all of a sudden all of these Course in Miracles songs started to pour through. It happened, you know, one morning. You can see it in the link that I share at the nedaboin.com/music. You can see this little documentary about it. It was just literally one morning that I felt as if somebody was just pulling me towards the piano, and A Course in Miracles was lying open on one of the workbook lessons. I was studying the Course for maybe 3 years. And very funny that not long before that, I started my first, I joined a first course group, and the teacher there was actually saying, oh, you're a singer, would you ever sing something from the Course? And I was just laughing like, no way, I would never sing that godly stuff. I never sang about God, was always very allergic for the word even. But so this one morning, I just felt as though somebody was pulling me towards the piano, and like within half an hour, words, melodies, everything just started to pour through me. It was like I was in this trance, and the lesson that was lying open was, let me remember I'm one with God. And it came from such a deep place. I just felt tears pouring down, and the song was just, I felt absolutely beautiful. And when it was finished, yeah, for me, it was just like, what the F just happened? And there wasn't even a thought in my mind like, okay, I'm gonna let somebody else hear this, or, you know, it was like, put that in the closet. This never happened, even though it did really feel very profound, but it was so strange for me to sing something about God. And so, yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but this kept on happening for 2 weeks. So every day, like the next day, the same thing happened, and the next day the same thing happened. And I even remember that there were days where I was actually busy, but I would feel this feeling. It would almost be as if I had to vomit. Like it would come from my belly. It was like, oh, something needs to come out. And if I would ignore it, it would just be so, I don't know, like almost I would get nauseous. It would be so like persistent of like, you need to sit down. It was almost like, yo, we agreed that you would do this or something, and you need to sit down and write down this song. And then after 2 weeks, I just felt that it was done, and I had this whole stack of songs, but I didn't want to do anything with them. I just laid them aside. And not long after, actually, 2015, I got asked to be on The Voice, the big TV show with the turning chairs, talking about like the big commercial break, or the, you know, yeah, just that whole world. And I was there on The Voice. I made it pretty far, like one of the last live shows, and that was for me the top point of where I really turned to the spirit, because for me that moment, or that being in that whole show, like I could just see how every decision, the purpose, like how the Course is always asking, right? Like, what is it for? Purpose is the only choice. The purpose of everything there, I felt, was to get the most votes. Like, what dress is she wearing? What makeup? How is her hair? Backup dancers, no backup dancers, what song? And everything was motivated by yeah, how many votes will she get, you know? And it felt so purposeless for me. I felt like, you know, the only purpose I want to give the things that I'm doing and the songs that I'm singing and the things that I share through my voice is love. Like, that's, I want to extend the love of God. I want to extend the love that I am, and I want everybody that comes in contact with my music to be reminded of that love, that they can hear it and have their hearts lifted, you know? So it was really in that moment when I was just standing in front of the judges and they were just giving me feedback after one of the performances, and it was so clear in my mind. I said, because before there was such resistance towards these songs, it's like I'm never gonna make a city out of them. And in that moment it was like, okay, I said, like, okay, you got me, like, live on television, millions of people watching. I really had no idea what this judge was telling me. I was there just in mind, like, okay, I'm yours, you know? When I'm out of this show, I'm gonna make your CD. Just tell me what to do. I have no idea where to start. So with that, after that, that was a whole journey, because for me, I really, that's really where my relationship with Jesus, my relationship with the Spirit, my relationship with the course really grew, because I had no idea about stepping back and letting him lead the way. I was big on thinking I know everything and trying to control everything, and it was so scary. Like, where is the money going to come from? Who am I going to work with? Now with this album, I can relax so much more, because I really know, like, oh, it's not my album, it's not my money, it's not my project. Like, yo, Jesus, you know, tell me what to do, and I'll follow you. And of course, sometimes still, like, you know, I'll get a little scared of, like, oh my gosh, this is so much money I still have to pay. Where are you gonna get it from? But yeah, instantly, you know, the trust floods back, because I just remember of, like, oh yeah, it's not about me. The album isn't even real. You know, it's all just a backdrop for healing. So I can relax more into it. So yeah, that's kind of how the story developed until, and in the beginning it was a lot of feeling like I sacrificed something, you know, as if I sacrificed this pop career for now being this boring sort of like chorus singer or something. and now it's just, I don't know, it's like filled with so much joy, and I love, yeah, I love to sing the songs that are coming through now, and that remind me of who I am, and that I can communicate that as well to others, and to receive so many emails like daily from people that they're so touched by this music. So I love being supportive in that way, and I see the power of music. You know, I see that what it does, what you're also saying, that it can take us out of our head and, yeah, drop us into the heart and actually feel what a course is saying, instead of just, you know, think about it and think about the commas and the capital letters, and but to actually really feel it. So
it's interesting that actually you did get your big break on The Voice, didn't you? Because it was your big race, not conventionally, though, but it was your, you know, it happened. Your Holy Spirit gave you your great moment of, you know, of surrender on The Voice. Was that is that? I know the British one. Are you talking about the British one, or was
I'm talking about the Dutch one.
Oh, Dutch one. Okay.
Yeah, the Voice of Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it on YouTube. If you just type in my name, you'll see.
Oh, I will do.
You'll see my blind audition.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you for that. Wonderful. I think, are we coming to the top of the session, Dan?
Yes. You close it up.
Okay, thanks, Dan. So really all that leaves me to say, Neda, is thank you so much. It's been an absolutely beautiful session. It's been unique. You know, to have music in this way to run the session it's been so beautiful. It's been very, very touching. The music's been incredible. It's been beautiful. And hearing your story has also, with Spirit, has also been wonderful. Your prison experiences, your musical journey. Everything's been absolutely beautiful, and I'm certainly going to be getting your CD to listen to, and also go on YouTube and look your name up on The Voice. I can't wait to do that. So thank you very much, Neda. You've been absolutely marvelous. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Love you, everyone. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed spending time with you. And talking about YouTube, by the way, I'm sharing a lot of other new Course in Miracles lessons on there as well. So you can just follow me there for lots of new course songs. So check it out. Much love. Big hug.
Kirsty, are you going to talk about upcoming events? No.
Oh, I'm really sorry, Dan. I forgot. I haven't got any. I'm really sorry, Dan. I'm sorry. I'm not prepared for that. Sorry.
I forgive you.
I forgot. Sorry.
And Neda, will you end with a prayer?
Sure. Let's do it. Shall I do a musical prayer?
Yes, please.
I only here to be truly helpful, and I here to represent Him who sent me, and I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, for He who sent me will direct me. Oh yes, He will. And I am content to be wherever He wishes, knowing He goes there with me. Oh yes, He will. And I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, for He who sent me will direct me. Oh yes, He will. And I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal. I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal.
Oh, that was beautiful, Neda. Thank you. Everyone take
Just before everyone goes, sorry, I have now acquainted myself with what's on. I do apologise for not doing it before. Could I just let everybody know what's going on in the Miracle Cafe next month, 28th of September? We've got the wonderful Nick Arandis, very, very inspirational guy. All beliefs are limiting beliefs. And then in October, on Tuesday the 26th of October, we've got Terry Doyle with his cafe, Removing the Blocks to the Awareness of Love's Presence. And then in November, we've got the lovely Jennifer Hadley on Tuesday the 30th of November with Relationship, Healing and Harmony. And then our workshop in September is Leah Steinson. In October, we've got Robert Holden talking about the Christ mind. And in November, we've got Miranda McPherson. So Robert Holden is Sunday the 17th of October. And then in November, Saturday the 20th, we've got Miranda McPherson, Remembering the Forgotten Song. So we'd love to see as many of you as possible there. And sorry, I wasn't prepared for that a minute ago. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So everyone take themselves off of mute and show your appreciation to Neda.
Thank you, Neda. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Neda. It was so
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. Thank you.
Beautiful,
so
beautiful.
much.
Lovely.
Thank you so much, Neda.
Thank you, Neda.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
just-
much.
And thank you.